Do a lot of extra stuff, so
yeah. Do whatever you want,
and you'll cut it out whenever we look stupid.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, she's really good.
You're gonna be doing a lot of cutting.
How did you two meet?
We met working at a restaurant in Ferndale.
Okay.
When I met you.
Yeah.
She was kind of on her way out as I was coming in. Crossed paths very briefly.
And how long have you guys known each other?
When was that? I think that was 2015.
And you've been in business together for what, how many years now?
Almost 2. Yeah.
And it seems really successful, not only because you have obvious successes, like you just moved into this space full time, but you seem to really like each other and look well to each other.
Yeah, we like each other most of the time. Yeah.
How does Street Beet come together?
I had done a couple of pop-ups on my own.
The smoothies.
Yeah, tacos, smoothies, salads. That was kind of where it all started.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one more pop-up before that. That was in Hampshire. And then shortly after that was like offered the opportunity to pop up weekly at Blue Velvet Vintage in Eastern Market. And that's where we were doing smoothies, salads, tacos, kind of everything like that. And Megan started helping me out with it. And it kind of just, we knew right away, like we should just be doing this together. Yeah. But we started to pop up like at Mocha doing brunch, and kind of any venue that would take us around the city. Our first like big hit was Vegan Taco Hell. Yeah. And we had that at Lager House in June of 2018. And the night we did that, actually I guess the week before we even hosted the event, we made the Facebook event page. Yeah. And suddenly there were like thousands of people interested, and we were kind of like, this is insane, what are we doing? Yeah. And that night like we had a pretty insane crowd. We sold out of all of our food, and it was like that moment that we realized we were definitely onto something. I honestly think it was the second pop-up that I did that I started calling it Street Beet. Okay. That one might have been at Marble Bar. Okay. But the very first one was just Vegan Food by Nina, and then the name came very naturally.
So you were on a trip, right? You found a beet. Isn't there a story like this?
Yeah, it was a really dumb story. I was traveling with my roommates, and there was just like this lone dirty carrot rolling around in the street, like nothing else around, no markets, no nothing. And we just joked about this street carrot for a really long time, and then when we were back in Michigan, kind of planning the pop-ups, we're like, well, we call it street carrot, and then that didn't roll off the tongue very nicely, so then we said Street Beet, and it just kind of clicked. Yeah. It was honestly a joke at first, and then it grew on me. So the Taco Hell thing happened because we were out shopping for one of our pop-ups, and we drove past a Taco Bell, and there was like this crazy line out into the middle of the street for the drive-thru.
Was there like is special?
Just your regular day.
Just no special.
Yeah. They probably came out with something weird.
I don't know. We were just in the burbs and we were like, oh, that's weird. We miss Taco Bell. We should totally do a Taco Bell pop-up. And then we were like, yeah, we should. Because like we both have guilty pleasures of Taco Bell. But when you go there as a vegan, you have to like get everything with rice and beans, and you can't get any of the good stuff. Yeah. So we decided to make our own alternatives with those ingredients.
And what was the one after that? Because I just love your title so much.
What did we do immediately after that?
I think we kept on the vegan taco for a bit, and then we did.
Was it McDaddy's?
Was it McDaddy's?
Pizza Butt.
Was it Pizza Butt?
It was Pizza Butt.
I know this.
That
was what it was, yeah.
And then it was McDaddy's.
McDaddy's, then we did Trendy's. We did so many, it's hard to even count anymore.
Oh, we did. You'll have to bleep this out. But we did Little Caesars, which we later changed to Little Babies.
Yeah, we were served a cease and desist by the Ilitches themselves. So.
Really? For Little Caesars?
Yeah, we kept the Roman man and like made him a devil with a scythe. And
they didn't like the devil.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was a really creative letter. I'll actually send it to you.
Can you please? Can we just? I feel like this should be shared.
I want to print it.
We've been wanting to share it.
They wrote it with the intention of us sharing it, for sure.
Where are we?
Yeah.
We're at 3rd Street Bar. Back in the summer when we were doing Mopop, we needed a rental kitchen. And we started just kind of using this as like our commissary kitchen, and just like kept doing events everywhere else. And then finally when we did Detroit Fake Chicken for our 6-week run, it flowed so well in here.
Yeah,
just
we
kinda
were like
works.
super sick of driving all over the city, not knowing where we're gonna pop up next, not having like reliability with like power supply and things like that, and just like all of the other things that you can run into, all the other issues.
I'm sure cost too, right?
Yeah, totally.
Like,
Yeah. So having this like home base available to us, it just made sense. Like we're not in the phase where we're ready to open up our own restaurant. We don't have the funding, so we just figured like in the meantime, like let's set up here full time. And it's been going really well. So essentially,
Yeah, we put kind of like our heavy hitters from most of our pop-ups on there, and then we just did a couple new fun things that we've been wanting to do that aren't mocks of fast food.
we're gonna keep specials rotating. We've hired a lot of staff, a lot of new people that are super interested in like creating their own specials, and we want to encourage that. So just kind of like building on collaboration and keeping it interesting.
I was like really into cooking when I was a kid, and I would make like these little recipe books. And then as I got,
how old were you?
I was like in 6th grade when I started doing that.
And like, tell me about this. Sounds fascinating. Tell me what these recipe books.
I would just cut out clippings and magazines of like recipes, and then I would like make them for my dad.
And did you cook the recipes?
I did.
With your dad?
I did.
Do you remember any of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically, like this ice cream, mint chocolate chip ice cream Oreo pie was like the one thing I was most proud of. Yeah. I ran the kitchen at One Eyed Betty's for a little bit.
Okay.
That was like my first real kitchen experience. And then I made the menu at Off-Road Arcade.
Okay.
So I have like a little bit more kitchen experience.
I have no kitchen experience whatsoever. And I don't think I was necessarily that interested as a kid. I like loved my easy bake oven.
Yeah.
And I had a friend that we would always like throw random ingredients from her fridge together and call it salsa. And we thought we were gonna have a salsa company.
Did you ever make any? When we were kids, we used to use the easy bake oven and make Kool-Aid cakes.
Whoa.
We would put like Kool-Aid packets in the cake batter and make it, and it was like colorful.
I would
and
dye
it was
my hair
really
with Kool-Aid. So
Wait, did it like have like did it change the consistency?
Yeah, it was
like jello-y
disgusting.
kind of.
Yeah, I think you were alone on that. Amy, this is breaking the.
It sounds
breaking the third wall.
pretty.
Did you make Kool-Aid cakes?
No, I didn't even have an easy bake oven, to be honest with you. Like, I had friends that did, but the only time I ever tried to use it, I burned myself, so I stopped.
I had like my one that was handed down from like my
Yeah.
mom, and it was like from the 70s. Somehow still worked.
It wasn't until I was vegetarian for a while and like got really sick of eating super boring food all the time that I started to like experiment and get more creative in the kitchen, and then eventually like be actually interested in it.
And you serve comfort food, but each like, what is your comfort food? Each of you.
Pizza,
Yeah, I'd have to say pizza.
tuna casserole.
Oh.
Are these like vegan items or these non-vegan?
No, that's like in my past. I'll never be able to have that again.
I think the one thing that I miss most that isn't vegan is fried chicken,
Okay.
but we make vegan fried chicken. I think that's my favorite. Yeah.
Now I want one.
I know, I'm really hungry.
I'm starving.
I was, well, there's time to get here.
Just for the record, we don't eat this food every day. People just assume like, oh, you do Street Beet. You must eat like amazing food every day. And like, honestly, we're so busy. Like, we eat like lettuce at home and smoothies.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like, what do you eat at home? Just because I think you might have heart attacks really quickly. if you eat this.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
All due
Salads,
respect, right?
smoothies, I love popcorn. Those are like my three things: salad, smoothies, and popcorn.
I could probably just have a smoothie like for each meal if you know, that were healthy.
But if you had to eat, if you were stuck on a desert island 2 weeks and you had same food every single day, what would it be? And it can't be your smoothie. And you're not cooking it.
I would have to say pizza. Specifically, the gluten-free vegan pizza at Michigan and Trump. Because that's what I would eat every day. Or the cheese bread from Grandma's.
Yeah, that's a good one. What am I into?
I don't like pasta, like noodles, like something noodly.
Yeah, just like really gross tuna noodle casserole.
But you kind of tutor vegan, so where do you get
If I was on a desert island and I was gonna fucking die, like, give me the tuna noodle casserole.
So also you're Death Romeo, there we go.
Well, when you put it like that, fried chicken.